9. First, the highlights. Lagos State Governor charges Muslims to shun negative attitudes. Experts call for improved lifestyle to tackle iron deficiency, other nutritional related issues. On the foreign scene, hundreds of Nigerians rallied to demand departure of U.S. troops. And in sport, Super Eagles of Nigeria to face South Africa on June 7 for 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier. Now the details. I am John Omoaka. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has urged Muslims to devote themselves to their Creator, shun all negative attitudes, and uphold the teachings of the just concluded holy month of Ramadan. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who was represented by his deputy, Obafemi Hamzat, stated this during the year 2024 celebration Eid-al-Fitr with the first family at Lagos House in Ikeja. He appealed to the people to desist from speaking ill of the country and comply with the ordinance of Allah.
So we take this opportunity to thank Almighty Allah that we are here again celebrating Eid. Not many people had the opportunity to finish Ramadan. Well, alhamdulillah, we were found worthy, not because we are better, but because of the mercy of Allah. So I pray that the mercy of Allah continue to be with us, be with our state, be with our country, so that at the end of the day, we have a country where peace will reign and justice shall prevail for all of us. May Almighty Allah make it easy for us, make it easy for our children, and bless us and give us many, many, many more Ramadans in good health and peace of mind.
On her part, wife of the Lagos State Governor, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, noted that collectively, the people can transform the society with a changed mindset to move the nation forward.
We should have positive thinking, positive attitude. This timeless verse from the Quran to serve as a guiding principle not only for our spiritual growth but also for the good of our society at large. During the holy month of Ramadan, we embarked on a journey of self-reflection, introspection, and spiritual renewal. Fasted, we prayed, and engaged in acts of charity, all aimed at purifying our hearts and souls.
Speaking on the theme, Allah will not change the way of a people until they change what is in your heart. The guest lecturer and justice of Khadijat Sharia Court of Appeal, Kwara State, Abdurrahim Sahi, said people should learn to feel sufficient in front of Allah, while noting that prayer is not the only pathway but to fulfill certain principles of Allah. Sahi urged people to align with the set rules of the Creator and fear Allah always in their dealings, noting that the desire of Allah is always to be merciful to mankind, but frowns at disobedience. The event was attended by the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, Chief Judge of Lagos, Kazeem Alugba, the State Head of Service, Bodea Guru, top government functionaries, traditional rulers, Muslim clerics, party faithful, among others. Lagos State Head of Service, Olabode Guru, has paid a working visit to the Lagos Water Corporation at the Water House, Ijora, Lagos, admonishing the management staff to cooperate with the government on the ongoing restructuring process at the corporation. He said the restructuring will enable the government to move the sector forward and improve water supply to residents across the state. Agura appealed to all staff of the corporation to see the exercise as a means of making sacrifices for the state. On his part, the managing director of Lagos Water Corporation, Mukhtar Tijani, reiterated that the restructuring process has been completed and it will soon inform the workforce on the outcome. He noted that it is likely to affect some of the staff, but assured the government will make adequate provision for the entitlement of those that will be affected in the restructuring. The educational arm of the Lagos Waste Management Authority, Loma Academy, has welcomed a fresh set of candidates for its one-month internship in April. The interns were all recent graduates of various universities in the country across different academic disciplines. Addressing the participants, the managing director and CEO of Loma, Muyiwa Badegeshi, congratulated them for making the internship program, saying that it would assist them to learn as much as possible about waste management and its inherent benefits. Badegeshi noted that waste is not waste but resource, urging them to embrace the business opportunities offered by the circular economy value chain, where so-called waste becomes wealth and blessing to individuals, society, and the environment. The National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, says the national identification cards will be issued to applicants by their banks in line with existing protocols with the issuance of the debit credit cards. NIMC says it is working with the Nigerian Interbank Settlement System, NIBSS, to deliver the cards to applicants. The agency gave the update on its official X handle, noting that the card could be picked up by the holders at the designated center or delivered to the applicants at the requested location at an extra cost to be borne by the applicants. Now to the rest of the stories. Stakeholders in the health sector have identified the need to bridge nutritional gaps to improve quality of life, particularly in children and women of childbearing age who are prone to iron deficiency and other health nutritional related issues. They describe iron deficiency as a preventable health condition that can be by practicing healthy lifestyles like eating right, regular deworming, dietary diversification, among others. The stakeholders made it known at a capacity building workshop held in Agbara area of Ogun State with the theme, Fortification as a Strategy. They also encouraged consumption of foods that contain adequate nutrients and called for more awareness and advocacy program, as well as strong collaboration among stakeholders to bridge the nutritional gaps. Police authorities in Oyo State have arrested 20 suspects over the evasion of the state government premises in Agodi, Ibadan. Some weapons and ammunition were recovered from the suspects. In the wake of the invasion, a combined team of security operatives, including soldiers, took over the area, blocking entry and exit points to the secretariat, and traffic was diverted from the place. Police authorities said the invaders are suspected members of a Yoruba Nation group. Hundreds of protesters, now to foreign news. Hundreds of protesters have taken to the streets of Niger Republic's capital to demand the departure of United States troops after the military government further shifted its strategy by ending a military accord with the U.S. and welcoming Russian military instructors. Marching arm through central Niamey, the crowd waved Nigerian flags in a demonstration that recalled the anti-French protest that spurred the withdrawal of France's forces from Niger last year after the army seized power in a coup. This shows they are in support of the military government and its decision in mid-March to revoke an accord that has allowed about 1,000 U.S. military personnel to operate on a territory out of 2 bases. Now sports. The Super Eagles of Nigeria will play against the Bafana of South Africa in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying match day 3 encounter on Friday, June 7. The highly anticipated encounter will hold at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, Uyo. Super Eagles players are still searching for their first win in the qualifiers after recording 2 points, having drawn their opening 2 games against Lesotho and Zimbabwe. The team will also face the Squirrels of Benin Republic in a match day 4 encounter also in June. The overall winners of the group will advance to 2026 World Cup, which will be jointly hosted by USA, Canada, and Mexico. And that's our news. But just before we go, please do not drive beyond specified speed limits. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X, Traffic Radio 961. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website at trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration organized a forum for women across the 57 local government and local council development areas in the state with a view to enhancing productivity and economic growth? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has urged Muslims to devote themselves to their Creator, shun all negative attitudes, and uphold the teachings of the just concluded holy month of Ramadan. Stakeholders in the health sector have identified the need to bridge nutritional gaps to improve quality of life, particularly in children and women of childbearing age who are prone to iron deficiency or other health nutritional related issues. We also tell you that hundreds of protesters have taken to the streets of Niger Republic's capital to demand the departure of United States troops after the military government further shifted its strategy by ending the military accord with the U.S. and welcoming Russian military instructors. And in sport, the Super Eagles of Nigeria will play against the Bafana of South Africa in a 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying match day counter on Friday, June 7. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Derayo Idowu Olaiya. I am John Omoaka. Thank you very much for listening.